up, everybody? Shabbat Shalom. Happy Saturday. Happy Friday to y'all. They already got me glitching already. Give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear and see me okay, and I'm not doing too much because over here I look like I'm moving. Keeps on glitching and acting funny. We got our girl Miss Patty Austin bringing us in with a little bit of razzmatazz. What's up, everybody? Hopefully the glitching will stop because I'm actually doing this. It's acting funny. It was been acting funny ever since I tried to put this up. I'm waiting to see if it bounces back on because it's doing something funny. Okay, it's back. I'm like, this thing is acting crazy. It's glitching and stopping. Give me a 1 if you can see and hear me okay, and I'm not glitching no more. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. All right. I'm trying to see if it's acting funny. It's acting real funny. Oh, even on my side, I see myself stopping and freezing. So if I'm doing good, okay. Thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me on this Shabbat. I hope everybody's doing okay and you had a wonderful work week, honey. I almost didn't do this show because of a certain way I've been feeling, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been watching a couple of different individuals, not individuals, but different sites and stuff like that, and reading a lot of different articles. And it seems to be that these people in this world that's trying to control this world, really, they beginning to see that nobody's buying their bullshit right now. And now they're trying to fight back, going to the UN. Everybody know the UN ain't nothing but a rubber stamp for America to do shit that she wants to do all around the world and stop certain things, okay? And I'm gonna tell you something, baby. At the end of the day, this situation that's happening right now, I mean, I'm glitching. I saw myself freeze, so I don't know what is going on, but they playing with my my live today, and I can see it from my side, and usually I can't see it. But anyway, but what's happening is that they want to try to stop people like me and other people who are trying to tell folks exactly what is happening right now. So you all need to understand something, that the powers that be are upset that people are waking up to what is actually going on. The powers that be are really upset that people are waking up. They waking up to the fact that the professional victims unit is not the professional victims unit. It's not the people they say they are. Everybody's waking up to the fact that the churches have lied to them. You understand? People are waking up that their governments and all the word salads and all the bullshit that they've been feeding them has been a lot of bullshit. And there's been really no substance coming to anybody indirectly, okay? A certain group of people are getting the best of things and having their best life, and another group of people are not. You got your I guess Generation Z's or whatever you want to call them. They are complaining about how there's nothing left for them. Well, we always knew it was going to be nothing left for them because it's Generation Xers, as I come from, they was telling us what gonna be shit left for us at all. I don't know why people are sitting up here acting as though that this is not something that we had no idea was happening. This has been happening for quite some time, that the economy will be messed up. Talking about that they don't want to, Gen Z's talking about how they don't want to sit up here and pay the rents and things like that they have to pay. You understand, to be able to stay where they got to stay, that most of them are staying at home with their parents and stuff like that, which mine is right here. You understand what I'm saying? But she got her own place. But at the end of the day, there is no American dream for them, because it wasn't one for us either. At the end of the day, it really wasn't one for us either. So now you got these people talking about, like I told y'all, there's this lady running for president that's talking about how people should give reparations. She gets it. She's a Gentile that understands this shit is about to get real fucked up out here very, very soon. This is getting on my nerves. I hate that they glitching me, so I'm steady talking either way. So this is good. They cutting up my stuff so I kind of so it can throw me off of my square while I'm trying to talk to y'all. But I'm gonna let this ride anyway. She gets it, but the people that she's talking to literally don't want to hear what she got to say about Black people getting their reparations at the end of the day. They don't want to do it. They don't want to give nobody their reparations at all. And the Most High told us that they wouldn't want to do this and that he would have to recompense us because these people are going to be hell bent on not giving anybody anything. But the cool thing is that they feel like, I feel like they feel like they don't owe anything. The fact that you feel like you don't owe anything makes the Bible and what is said in there about how they would feel towards us correct. It literally makes it correct. They don't feel like they feel like they should give Asians, they should give Holocaust survivors, any and everybody money because of what they've been through. You can't say nothing against these groups of people. You can't do nothing against these groups of people, or you're going to have to pay them. In fact, if you Black and you say anything about one of the professional victims unit, they want to sit up here and destroy your whole motherfucking world. But they can say and do whatever the fuck they want as far as Black people are concerned. And that's a problem. We're supposed to just sit back and take it. You understand? And as far as I'm concerned, this lady running for president, it's nice that she wants to do that and everything. And because she's trying to save her people the hurt that's going to come, because the more they resist, the more the damage is going to be towards them. You don't understand. The other day, I sat up there and watched the Air Kadashis walk across the skies in Chicago, baby. And they keep going to the same areas, that high class highfalutin people area, and tearing shit up, flooding they shit, doing all kind of mass flash flooding, and in the hood is cool. Okay? I'm watching this with the storms. I'm watching the Air Kadashi tear shit up. And this week coming up finna be another one of those weeks, y'all. With the weather acting crazy. They talk about it's gonna be like a what does he call it? A heat dome over the central part where Midwest or whatever. That's bad fucking news. And a hurricane is coming up possibly through Los Angeles. The fuck? You understand? The more you resist, the more fucked up this whole the damage is going to be. Hurricanes usually come on the other side of the goddamn continent of North America, which is Florida. We used to Florida getting fucked up. That's a normal thing. Now they coming to Cali. Okay, I'm sitting up here like, hold up, what's going on? What are you talking about, baby? This is getting to be real serious, and the more they resist, the worse it's gonna get. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse till they understand that this is not a game, that the Most High is not playing with them, that their time is over. It's a wrap. And because they don't want to change and they want to stay in their shadow, America as a whole wants to stay in its shadow. You understand? It wants to stay in its shadow. It don't want to go. It don't want to grow up. It does not want to grow up. I don't give a shit what anybody's talking about. America does not want to come into the light. It does not. It does not want to come into light. It doesn't want to be there with the Most High. It doesn't want to get itself together because it's been so long that it has got away with all kinds of things. I listened to Kudamito's last podcast that he did about the dogs, the dogs, the dogs of the conquest or whatever, and the things that were done, and that they were savage, just gruesome, and it was terrible, the takeover that happened here in America when Columbus and all the other Spaniards and things like that came through here. It was terrible things that our people went through. But there was a price to pay behind killing the Most High's son. There was all hell broke loose after 70 AD, baby. There wasn't going to be a cool breeze. It wasn't going to be cool sailings no more. after that. Okay, there was a price to pay, and now that price has been paid, and now it's these folks' turn to go through the bullshit now. Okay, and see, nobody wants to pay the bill when the bill is due after you done got fat and you feeling full and you don't want to move now. You don't want to pay the big bill that's waiting for you at the end. And at this point, there is no washing dishes to get out of it. You're gonna have to come up with the come up on this one. Okay, and the sad part about it is that a lot of people sit up here and feel like, well, if I go to church and I do my tithes and if I believe in God and I know that everything is going to be okay, because you have been in your blessing all this time and you don't know what it is not to have the Most High have your back. You understand? A lot of people in this position of the Gentiles do not understand what it is not to have the Most High have your back. And they're beginning to understand what that is, because it's like all of a sudden it's like the lights cutting off, ain't shit working right no more. I used to be able to get away with this, now I can't. I used to be able to have that go to work and have this cushy job where I didn't do shit. Now these motherfuckers asking me to work in this motherfucker, and now they're saying because I ain't working, I'm getting fired. Okay. I had a similar situation happen at my job. This man, that's professional victims unit, came there thinking that, hey, the owner of this place is a Black woman and she been in this business for 28 years, but he came in here thinking that, he gets to tell her what to do and say, and staff and talk to people like they low, and he got the riot act read to him. He got shown straight to the motherfucking door. That's what happens to people who come into a place and they don't understand that's not how it works. You understand? You can't be Ray and Pookie in them and come to the work taking your weave out your head and think you're gonna have a job by the end of the day. No, that's not how this works. You can't just do what the fuck you want to do. But he got introduced to reality and couldn't believe that he was being escorted to the door and saying you no longer can work here anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people this is happening to. A lot of people are losing their jobs. In fact, in Chicago and Illinois alone, do you understand our unemployment went through the roof in June? And it wasn't regular jobs. It was them high-paying jobs. And them high-paying folks is getting 80, 90, 100,000, 200,000 a year, did not understand unemployment, talking about 930 is the limit that they give in Illinois. When you used to getting damn near 3,500 after taxes. Okay. You used to every paycheck is about 3,000 plus after taxes. You get busted down to $930, baby. Woo! Your feelings are hurt because your way of living is about to stop immediately and you have no idea how bad this shit is going to get. Okay. And a lot of folks don't understand. The more you talk shit about the Most High's children, the more you do. Hey, I know the 2/3 are out here acting a whole motherfucking ass. I know they out here doing that. I know they out here stealing, killing, doing everything that they could possibly do. They doing what they supposed to do, terrorizing the fuck out of them people. Okay? Because for a long time, like I told y'all, the Brews were in their own neighborhoods getting terrorized by the 2/3. Now the 2/3 are terrorizing them Gentiles. Okay? And now we're sitting up here dealing with the fact that now come next week, BRICS is doing a previews already. I told you they got a system already set up for them to start trading. Do you understand what $55 to one equaling $1 is going to do to America? Do you understand where we're at right now? We're on the precipice of all kinds of what the fuck is going on in the world right now. Next week is going to be what? You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be one of those, wait a minute, what weeks? Okay? $55 to $1 BRICS, the BRICS money is the equivalent. $55 equals $1 of American money. $55 of BRICS money is $1 of American money. Ain't nobody finna fuck with the dollar no more. No more. No more. It's a wrap. We are officially fucking broke. It takes to get a BRICS money to $1 of ours cannot even crush 55. The 55 ones. No, baby. Do the math. $1. Our $1 is equivalent to it is not equivalent anywhere to $55. Not even 50 cents. They get ready to crush the shit out of America. They get ready. I told y'all this is gonna be so bad. It's gonna happen so quick. It's gonna hurt so motherfucking bad. This is unlike anything the world has ever, America has ever dealt with. And this is gonna be on a trading situation. So that means you ain't gonna be able to get shit. And I mean literally shit. Your money is not going to be able to keep up with the rest of the world. And that's the goal behind the BRICS money. That's the gold standard behind the BRICS money. It's literally that kind of cash. $55. $55. No data. The dollar couldn't have competed with it if it was. The dollar couldn't have competed with it if it was 10. That's what we did to the rest of the world, to everybody else's money when we came up with that damn greenback. Do you understand? We made all of their money literally second to ours. That was the reason why you could go to Mexico and have $1 and all they pesos don't add up to nowhere near what your $1 could get. Okay? Do you understand? Nowhere near to what your $1 could get. $1 in Mexico used to be like the equivalent of $5 or $6. Okay? Well, I'd say maybe about $3 or something like that. $1, one American dollar would be literally like the equivalent of $5 or $3 inside of Mexico. That's what we did all around the world. That's the reason why our money was king. Now BRICS is getting ready to turn that shit around and slap the shit out of us in ways. They sending our ass straight to the motherfucking stratosphere at this point. $55. 55. Fuck. When they said that, I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad. America can't recover from that shit. She couldn't, like I said, she couldn't recover from a $5 hit. She couldn't recover from BRICS money being $5 versus a dollar. Okay, she couldn't record to that. 55. I'm looking to get some BRICS money at this point. Could you hook a bitch up? Can I tell my boss, please pay me in BRICS? Pay me in BRICS money, baby. Because do you understand how much money that is? $10 of BRICS money. They getting ready to fuck us up in ways we don't even understand, baby. And the world has no idea how to combat this because, okay, where we live at, we can still survive and things like that. They'll still have the dollar standard over here, just like over in China, they have their yen and their ren and all that other shit. Everybody has their own money and they move within their own area, but it still won't be able to get the same amount of money as BRICS money. Do you understand? See, right now, they're trying to put everything together as far as trade is concerned. So when they're trading, they can do this digitally, smooth, no middleman, nothing. You pay the price of what it is and it's done simple. They got the system, everything there. But how much do you can get for your BRICS money? That's going to be different. America is just been... America can print out as much money as she wants to at home and spread it out whichever way she wants to, okay? It's fake money anyway, who cares? But as far as you being able to get merchandise from other places, food, all that other type of shit. Oh, you gonna have to come up with that 55 versus your dollar. And that's gonna put a hurting on America's, because America already ain't got no money. I told y'all she already broke. She already done maxed out all her credit everywhere. In fact, they have already downgraded America as far as credit is concerned. She's already downgraded 3 levels. That's just like you when they tell you you can't get a vehicle or a house because your credit rating ain't 800 points or whatever. Well, America's credit rating honestly is about maybe in the 4s or 500. Okay, she ain't even in the 600, which is fair. She's in the 500 area. She down here with most black folks where their credit is 500. All right. So at this point, y'all, next week is going to be a very interesting week. And unfortunately, that's why I said it ain't been no news, because everybody's sitting back waiting to see and watch what's going to happen. And if be quiet is kept, you've been seeing all these natural disasters happen, earthquakes, what do you call those, volcanoes going off. Everybody knows over here that volcanoes going off means judgment is being literally told. Judgment is being announced. So something else big is getting ready to come down from the Most High to smack the hell out of the world altogether. See, they really do think that this situation is going to start all over for them. So now they're trying to mess with people like me, different people. You got just compared. They saying, oh, it's too many conspiracy theorists online, or, doing podcasts and things like that, telling people false information. No, it's too many people online telling people the truth, and they don't want you to know the truth. They want you to stay asleep. They want you to stay right where you are, completely and utterly frightened and dependent on them. That's why you have to wonder when they say, oh, this is a conspiracy theory about what's happening with these people over here or what's happening with those people. Then you find out the shit is true. It was a conspiracy theory that they really wanted. See, the conspiracy theories are backwards. The conspiracy theory is this. They really wanted to save you from COVID. That's a conspiracy theory. The truth is they wanted to kill your motherfucking ass off, put something in your system that you couldn't quite get well from. That's what they really were. That was the truth. But they want to say that's the conspiracy theory. But what happened? Killed a whole bunch of motherfuckers off. It really did. Okay? The conspiracy theory is that black people, we really do want to treat people equally here in America. If you're white. That's the conspiracy theory. Okay? The truth is, no, they don't treat you right here because your ass is brown and they are white. You understand? Everything is backwards. So they mad because there's people out here on TikTok and on different things telling folks, hey, excuse me. There's some shit going on y'all need to be paying attention to. And they're upset about that because the free, this thing called the internet is open and free for people to get information. They don't want you to see, oh, this country over here is acting up and going crazy because certain countries are bothering other ones. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Africa, everything, unrest is everywhere in Africa. Have you noticed this? Have you noticed that every other day it's another country jumping off, popping off, losing their mind, declaring a state of emergency? Something else is going on. What is happening? That is because, it's a conspiracy theory. No, it's not. American is over there up to her old tricks, causing problems because she knows she's getting ready to hit the floor, but she's getting ready to go through 3 sub basements when this motherfucking BRICS money hits the on button, and she gotta find somebody to fucking rob. This bitch gone straight, completely utter, you know what I'm saying, 5-finger savage. She's trying to find somebody to rob quick, worse than the motherfucking hype who ain't had a hit today. Okay? She don't give a fuck who she slapping upside the head taking their money. That's why she over in Africa. That's the reason why shit going crazy over there. She needs some money by next Thursday. She got real ghetto problems right now. The rent is motherfucking due. It's beyond motherfucking due. She getting put out come Friday. She gotta have that motherfucking rent by Thursday, baby. She gotta do something. And turning tricks ain't finna be it. So she finna go up, putting on masks and everything, going over to other countries, robbing the fuck out of them right now. That's what she on. She gotta find a way to be able to survive. So that's what I'm saying. Whether people calling folks out or not, y'all know how ghetto people are when shit when they gotta get some money. Ain't nobody got no money. Mom ain't got no money. Cousin ain't got no money. Daddy ain't got no money. My favorite auntie ain't got no motherfucking money. I'm gonna have to do something because I'm not gonna be out in the street fucked up. So guess what she gonna do? She finna go and start some shit where she figures that she can get it the easiest. She couldn't come over there and sweet talk them. She couldn't go over there and use her word salads with Kamala and President Biden's wife. So now she finna come over there and just go straight thugging. Okay? So that's what they would say. That's a conspiracy theory that I'm telling you, but that's the fucking truth. The bitch needs some cash, and she gonna do anything she can to go get it. You understand? And she don't mind killing motherfuckers to do so. The problem is that her sword ain't with her. Okay? She walking around with an old rusty, you know what I'm saying, bayonet, calling herself trying to, do some shit at this point. She's very desperate. She needs to get on her knees and repent. That's the only way to get out of this. Repent. Say you're sorry. Make some wrongs right. It's real fucking easy. But she ain't gonna do that. Because she ain't sorry. And she don't want to make wrongs right. She's too arrogant. She's too full of herself. So she's mad at people who are out here telling the truth on her. And so is the professional victims unit. They mad too. They want to shut down anybody that's talking real to people and helping wake folks up. You understand what I'm saying? So now conspiracy theories, the more they resist, the worse this shit's going to be. I'm looking at the natural disasters that's happening. The Most High is tearing their ass new ones. The Most High is not leaving these people no place to stay. It ain't a little storm and a little flood and you could call your insurance company and get everything fixed. No, there's no home after he finishes with these people. There's no home. And they still ain't getting it. They still, like I said, America's very much so in her space of, I'm going to do what I'm going to do to the end. You understand? So that brings me to the whole point of why I did this video. Because a lot of people don't understand some things. Is that some people, some people like their shadows and don't want to do nothing about it. And that's a perfect example of America. She likes her shadow. She likes she's a foul bitch that's been telling people what to do, taking advantage of other people, they're making other people live at low levels of living of the whole time she's been on top. Okay? Even the closest people who sit to her, she's been taken from them. She's happy about where she's been. Okay? She likes her shadow. She don't want to be brought in front of that mirror to see the reflection because, slavery. I don't want to look at that. On how I got here. Oh, I'm an immigrant. I don't belong here. What do you mean I don't belong here? You stole this land from somebody. And there's curses that go with stealing shit from somebody. Just like the Most High told you inside your Bible with the little fucked up church you brought with you over here and the little fucked up God that you brought with you as well. You said up there, they said that you should not be stealing anybody, your neighbor's things. But the first thing you did when you came over to this land was steal, kill, and destroy. And you think you don't have to answer for that. And you don't want to look in that mirror and deal with that shadow of the shit that you did. The babies you killed, the babies you let dogs eat alive, the dogs that disemboweled people and got used to eating flesh till they was fucking nuts and crazy. Oh, all the things just like they love their dogs today. Them same motherfucking dogs are turning on their asses. You got now nature turning on their asses. They can't even go and be on their vacations without some fucked up shit happening where the sharks coming up and getting ready to take a bite out of their asses. All kinds of things is happening to them right now. I told y'all this was the last year of their blessing. They're going here and going there and having a good time. Many of them are not having a good time where they're going on their vacations and things, okay? And that's how I know that American does not necessarily want to look in the mirror and get right and repent, because that means you got to look at the ugliness of yourself. And a lot of us don't want to do that. That's the reason why, to a certain extent, when I start talking about shadow, people leave the chat. They just don't want to check into that. They don't want to deal with the darkness of themselves, because why does that mean anything? Guess why it means something? Because you ain't leaving this motherfucking plane until you deal with the shit that's wrong with you. You came here, yes, you have a good side and you have a fucked up side. Everybody does. They walk hand in hand like twin brothers. They get you in certain situations, and in certain situations, one twin brother handles things and another twin brother handles things. You understand? And then sometimes they both come together and handle things. All right? But the whole point is all you. And the more you deal with your shadow, the more you're dealing with the Most High. Because the Most High is always saying he wants you to look for reproval wherever you can find it. Do you understand? He wants you to improve your spirit as much as you can. Yes, we get into this world, we meet people, we like people, shit goes left where it should have went right, and people hurt folks because they hurt, or somebody did something to them and stole from them, so then they got to return the favor by doing something fucked up to them. And then meanwhile, you putting shadows in front of people. You have children with the wrong motherfucker, or you got children that's fucked up and they doing things. And you understand what I'm saying? There's these things that you're getting into in your walk of life, during your walk, are things that you have to deal with as a person. That's the whole point of you coming here, is to being able to master some of the fucked up things about your personality and be cool with them and get them in check. No, your shadow's never going to go nowhere. That motherfucker's going to be right here to accuse you all the days of your life. That means every consecutive time when you sit up there and say, I'm trying to get my life together, I'm trying to do the right thing, your shadow going to be like, bitch, no, you not, because as soon as this happened over here, your ass going to be over there. You understand? That's your side of you, until you get in check and say, no, shadow, I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm done with that. Okay? And this is why I'm done with that. And you get it together, and then all of a sudden that's not a part of your life no more. Okay? For me, it was smoking. Smoking ain't a part of my life no more. I'm going on year number 2 come September. Year 2 without smoking squares. 28-year smoker, stopped cold turkey. And this is year 2 of me being on cigarettes. So that's something that I said to my shadow, I'm not finna do no more. I'm not finna I'm not finna sit up here and continue that activity anymore. But trust me, there was times where I said, you know what, I need to go get me a motherfucking Newport right now. And there's still times where I want one. You understand? But I'm good. That's a part of you fighting your shadow. That's a part of you. There's some people who got sex issues, okay? They like freaky shit. Some people like freaky shit with the same sex and they married like a motherfucker. But hey, that's a part of your shadow, and that's some shit that you need to work on. Okay? You ain't got to do shit with somebody else. You might be one of those pansexuals with some strange shit going on. Hey, you like both sex and whatever the wind blows type motherfucker. That might be you. That's something you got to deal with. That's a part of your shadow. And you got to be real with that, with between you and the Most High. They nobody say you got to get on YouTube and tell everybody your motherfucking business. I did not say that. I said that's between you and the Most High. And the Most High knows that that's going to take time for you to be able to walk up out of that situation. He knows that. But guess what? The more you work on your shadow, the more you coming into his light. And that's the reason why he smiles at you every time you come out of the shadow. Yeah, you may have just had a session with somebody on some freaky shit last week. And you sitting up here saying, you know what? I know that this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I know how it makes me feel, but I also know how it makes me feel afterwards. I want to stop this. And guess what? You go and you talk to the Most High. And the Most High is happy to see you because you're coming out of the shadow to talk to him. And he may be able, then the more you come out of the shadow into his light, guess what? The more you're not in that shadow, the more he's working with you little by little. Even if it is baby steps, he's seeing you come out of them shadows into his light. But there's some people that don't, I'm good. I'm just going to be fucked up. And you know who those people are. Those are those people that let those type of vice completely overtake their life. They can't live without that drink. They can't live without that, whatever they doing, fentanyl, cocaine, heroin. They like that shadow and they don't want to give it up just yet. Okay? I'm talking about real shit, y'all. I don't have time to just deal with people who just are, you have a couple of issues with coming to the Most High about silly shit, simple shit. I'm talking about people with real shit going on with them. Real shit that they can't just up and just speak out to everybody, and they keep that shit in here because everybody gonna look at them weird like a motherfucker, like, what? Yeah, hey, I ain't know you was on no shit like that, bro. Yeah. Really? You understand? You have things that you just can't up and tell everybody. Those are parts of your shadow as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? The more you come up and talk to the Most High about those things, because he already see them about you. He already see it. That's the reason why you're down here. That's the reason why you came into this life, is to deal with some of the shit that's going on with you. He already sees it. He just wants to see whether or not you're going to come to him and get the help that you need to be able to get those shadows in check. Okay? There's some people that truly do want relationships with somebody who cares about them, but they got freaky shit going on with them. You understand what I'm saying? They doing some things that most motherfuckers be like, whoa, I don't know if I can fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? But that's a part of who they are, and they don't know how to deal with those things. Okay, there's people, like I said, there's more things out here other than drugs and you know what I'm saying, stealing, killing, and all that other shit. There's some other shit in between. Okay, there's some other shit in between. There's people who do like doing off the wall shit, cutting, but bulimia, all kinds of different things that people like to do. That's kind of weird and different. And you can't just be judging folks because you ain't walked in their shoes. You don't understand their story. Okay, you don't know what they've been through. There might be straight men that like putting on women's fucking drawers and shit. Hey, I've seen some shit in my time. Okay, you understand? There's some people that have this fetish that they want to have somebody. You know what I'm saying? They are always in control, and they want times where they don't want to be in control. So they go into things like S&M and things like that. They want to be beat. They want to be handled a certain type of way. They want to be vulnerable, but you understand, they don't want to be in control. They want somebody else to be in control. So they go and find them a dominatrix or a dom. Those things are fucking real. All right? Real things. They, like you said, and it's not necessarily pain that they like. They like that borderline between pain and pleasure. Do you understand? And that's a very strange place. Some of us visit it often and say, you know what, this is weird and fucked up and I don't like that. And then there's some of us that visit it and say, you know what, I can fuck with this a little bit. Okay? But you can't sit up here and get mad and angry at people. Oh, you're going to hell. No, you're judging. Because these things are people's experiences. They're here trying to get themselves together just like you are. And everybody's walks are different, and how they come out of them are going to be different too. None of us look alike. None of us have the same fingerprints. So that means none of us, the walk is not going to hit everybody the same damn way. Some people were introduced into things as children, and some people weren't. Some people's just some freaky motherfuckers that's always sitting around thinking of shit to do. I had to stop even myself, because I used to read, when I would get angry, I would literally sit up for hours thinking of ways of fucking somebody up. You understand what I'm saying? Who does that? Who literally sits there all motherfucking day and enjoying the thought of torturing the shit out of somebody? I had to get that together, because that was a darker side of myself. Okay? That's how I know when I go dark, my Sammy come out, oh, you need to fucking run, because I'm going to enjoy fucking you up. This is not going to be no easy thing. I know that about myself. I used to sit up when get angry, and you literally see yourself. As soon as this motherfucker come through the door, I'm gonna hit him with a motherfucking bat across the face, and then I'm gonna come across that motherfucking bow, and I'm gonna enjoy this shit. I'm gonna stomp this motherfucker, and I'm gonna be just. You understand? If you know that that's what you have, anger issues and anger problems, you have to go and visit why you got them. Why do I have them? A lot of Black people got anger problems. Why? Because they have no control over the things that happen to them in this life because of these curses. They've had no control. And they all they dream about is the day that they can be able to have some type of victory over something. Why do you think all of us got so happy about that brawl, watching them people jump in the water? In fact, when that boy jumped in the water, I'm like, boy, swim faster, get over there. I'm sitting over here in my heart, literally watching this video, thinking to myself, boy, get faster so you can get over there and beat the shit out of. What you gonna do when you get out of there? You better throw some serious Fifth Ward bees on them motherfuckers. We all felt this feeling of we wanted those people to win, and dude with the chair just hit a special place in my heart. I'm like, see, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's do this. I would have right with him. You understand what I'm saying? Whack-a-mole, Mr. Chairman. Oh, yeah. He went to a special place. I'm like, bruh, you was thinking the same shit I was thinking. I love you. Let's do this. You understand? That's where I was with him. He hit a special part of me. And I said, I need to stop it, because this is terrible. I'm in violence, and I'm hoping that he continues to whack these bitches. But that's because we have been completely and utterly helpless when it comes down to things happening to us. You got to sit there with a straight face and watch people talk shit to you at work. You got to sit there with a straight face when you go try to go to public things that's supposed to be there for helping you, and you got an ignorant bitch to sit in here judging you the whole fucking time you're standing here and telling you why you shouldn't be able to have any help. And you sit there for 3 hours for somebody to tell you you ain't got all the things that you need, you got to go back home. Just one thing after another. And it just, after a while of years and generations of you dealing with that, you start to fantasize in your mind about hurting people. You do. I bullshit you not. So I've had to catch myself from being that person, that girl, that woman, that, you know what I'm saying, that when things happen to you and you're in relationships, you become really fucking violent. Now, I've never been violent with men, because I know men are stronger than me. I'm not finna do that with a guy. But women, I never do 246 and argue with women, because I know my level of anger. I'm gonna brick your ass. I'm not gonna keep talking to you. For what? You're a woman just like me. That means I hit girls. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna care. I'm not. There's only so much of this shit I'm gonna do with that, and then I'm just gonna brick you. That's it. I'm going to jail. I got money to get myself out. That's what's going to happen. So I understand my anger issues, and many of us have those types of things, and it ain't got nothing to do. I was brought up in a very what do you call it, peaceful home. We didn't hit each other there. That don't mean I don't have anger issues. Living in this world as a black person, you gonna have anger issues. The shit that you have to put up with. Okay? The shit you have to put up every day with, at some point, you lose your temper. But all of us have these things that we need to deal with. And as long as you understand that the more that you go into your shadow and deal with your shadow, the more you stay in the light of the Most High. Because at least you're going there and you are telling yourself, I need to fix something. And you're seeking reproval from the Most High. Yes, these things are not easy to look at about ourselves. It's not easy. It's not easy to say, I need to stop being a freaky motherfucker. It's not easy for you to sit up here because it's not getting you nowhere, especially if it's hurting your relationships, especially if it's hurting you at the end, especially when you feel bad about some shit you just did. When you was doing it, you felt good. You got that pleasure point, the climax, and afterwards, now you're like, I don't know this motherfucker. I don't even know your name. I was never here. I don't even know you. And you hurting people out here. Because at the moment you were in your lust, and now the lust is over, you gotten satisfied, and now you don't want to know these people anymore. That's a problem. That's a fucking problem. And the Most High is telling you, come talk to me about the shit that you know you're not gonna share with your friends, your best Judy, your mama, your brother. I don't care who's close to you. It's certain shit you just not gonna open up your mouth and tell people about certain things. That's what he wants you to come and talk to him about. That's what he wants you to be honest about. See, that's when, like, when I do shadow work with people, I'm hitting you where you live at. I'm not here to play the certain little games. Oh, I lied to my husband. Oh, I kissed a woman in my mind, and I think that's cheating on my wife. No, I'm talking about you actually went out and you did some motherfucking shit you weren't supposed to. And now there's repercussions happening. Or either there's no repercussions happening and you feel like shit and you know this ain't right, especially if you're married. You understand? Especially if you're married and you have no intention of leaving that situation, but you definitely want to play in the street like you fucking single. See, that's the type of shit that you got to get together. That's the type of shit that the Most High saying, I'm not accepting that. You want this woman to remain your wife while you out here playing games in the street. Or you want this man to remain your husband while you out here being a motherfucking floozy. Oh, no, 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 no. This is going to blow up and be real ugly. So you need to deal with why you out in the street in the first place. Okay? Not that it's got something to do with our men, it's dogs, and no, I need to find out why the dog is in you in the first place. Let's go see and visit. Bow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Why you out here in the beginning? Let's put wife on the sideline for a minute. Let's deal with why you out here in the first place. And we ain't gonna blame everything on her. We gonna deal with what's in you. See, that's the problem with a lot of us when it comes down to dealing with shadow. We think all of our problems have to do with other people because you have been engulfed inside of a religion that takes no personal responsibility for the shit that you do out here in these streets. All you got to say is Jesus and everything is forgiven. Get the fuck out of here. You out here hurting people. You out here not being right in the marriage. Just saying Jesus is not finna fix that shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jesus knows my heart. Yes, he does. He know you a lying, fucking cheating, just awful bastard. Okay? And you need to get that shit together. And just saying his name is not going to change the fact that you out here. And some, I'm sorry, excuse my language, for some of these women out here, pussy popping up and down the block. I'm sorry. That's not going to change what the fuck is going on when you got a good husband that's doing what he's supposed to do, and you out here hopping from one to one to one to one to one all over the place. Just going to church and saying Jesus is not going to fix that. That's why I get angry with Christianity, because it is literally the religion of no personal responsibility. That's the reason why your Gentiles are fucked up right now. All I got to do is go tell this priest over here what I did and say a couple of Hail Marys, and I'm all good with God. Me and him straight. And you wonder why this world is crazy? Most High just sat back and shut up and just let these folks do whatever they wanted to do. Meanwhile, you're growing up underneath this whole situation too. No, you can confess your situation to the Most High, and then you need to straighten your shit up. But how many people do you know do that? I'll wait. How many people do you know do that? And parts of straightening your shit up at times may have to be that you might have to come clean to your other half. See, people do things out here and they don't want to deal with the repercussions that come with doing things. Same way the Gentiles are with us. They don't want to deal with the repercussions of what they done did over these years with the Most High's people. I don't even want to open up my mouth and say I did that shit or I knew anything about that shit. Okay? You want to start literally moonwalking off the truth like a motherfucker. Like, I ain't trying to. No. I'm not trying to open up my mouth and own none of that shit. But in situations where you're dealing with your shadow, you're going to have to own a few things. Just like I had to own a few things when it came down to cigarette smoking. Hey, I wasn't trying to quit. I literally made money. I made sure I had enough money to keep my situation going with cigarettes. I made sure everything was right where it needed to be. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't ashamed of that. I made sure I had that cash for them cigarettes. If I didn't have gas money, I had square money. You understand? It had been a part of my life through everything, anything, and everything, and that was my best fucking friend. And some people got that same kind of relationship with liquor. Some people got that same kind of relationship with drugs. Some people got that same kind of relationship with sex. Every time I get sad, I need some sex. Every time I get happy, I need some sex. Every time I'm in between, I'm bored, and I don't know what the fuck to do. Guess what? I need some sex. That's what they do. It's something that is a demon within you that you have to fix. And it's hurting other people. Some things don't hurt other people, but most of the time, gambling, all of that shit, you making money, you go to work your ass off just so you can go to the boat and blow that shit. Do you understand? There's lots of demons out here. There's lots of shadows that we carry within us, and you have to get that shit under control and in check. No, they're not going to go anywhere. It's a constant battle every day. But when you start that fight with it and you sit there and respect the fact that these things are a part of you and not lie to yourself. I used to be a cigarette smoker. Sometimes when I smell cigarettes, I literally, and now it gets to a point now I don't like the smell of it anymore. You understand? But that doesn't mean I don't remember that burn, that initial burn that when you hit that motherfucker a certain type of way and you like, and all of the stress of the world comes off your motherfucking shoulders. Yes, I remember all of that. And I am actively fighting all of those memories. You understand? When I get upset, I'm actively fighting the need to go and stretch and go get one and light up and sit there and smoke. I'm actively fighting that every consecutive day. So no, they don't. It gets easier to deal with it when the Most High is walking with you. But does it completely go away? No, it does not. And over time, it'll get to the point where you don't even fucking remember it if you are true about letting it go and letting the Most High be with you on that. But you have to be honest about your own vices. And that's what's wrong with Black people. We want to sit up here and go to church. You go to church and I washed my garments in the blood of Jesus. But then you take your ass home and talk about your kids like a dog. How did you do that? I don't understand. You washed your garments in the blood of Jesus, but you the biggest gossip in the world. You out here sleep with somebody else's husband. How you make that work? And then people get mad at me because I curse a little bit too much. Half the things you follow some people home, and half the things that they doing will literally make you want to shrivel up. Like I ain't doing none of that. You understand? But because they feel like the world in which they have been in has told them that all they have to do is say Jesus, everything is cool. But meanwhile, those vices are still in you. And the Most High is saying, you can't come to me until you get that shit under control. Do you understand? I can't have my heaven a fucking ghetto. I can't have your ghetto ass in my heaven. Lying, cheating, stealing, being a freak of the week. We're not doing all of that here, okay? You just a big old floozy all up and down. No, we're not gonna have all that going on up where the Most High. You're gonna have to get that shit under control right here. You're gonna have to get it under control while you in the body right here. And if you don't, you come right back and you figure it out. Now, those are vices, but there's other things wrong with us. Some of us mentally. Some people are habitual fucking liars. Some people are just folks that I just got to have a look at me moment. I don't know why. I just got to feel like somebody is paying attention to me. I'm an attention whore and I need to have some attention. So I'm going to do anything possible so somebody can see me because I feel like I'm just not seen anywhere. Okay? You got people that can't mind their own motherfucking business to save their life. Why? Why can't you mind your business? Why can't this person's business be their business? Why is it that somebody tell you something in confidence and it's like motherfucking you like Channel 7 News? Girl, let me tell you what happened. I thought I just told you that this was private. You done went and told your whole motherfucking family, and they happen to know some people I know, and that's the same thing I just told you that came back to me in the same day. I told you that in confidence, but you could not hold it. You just, girl, this is too motherfucking juicy. Girl, let me tell you what this bitch gun told me. People tell me all kind of shit. I'm like a motherfucking goddamn lockbox. I'm not finna tell you shit about somebody else, especially when they told me that this was something private that they just wanted somebody to talk to about. But we have people who can't do that. We have people that they find out any little bit of something about you, they're going to run tell it. That's a problem. That's a person that's quick to cause problems and dramas in other people's homes. And they get a thrill off that shit. Why? Because they are unhappy and their house is a fucking wreck and they want to make your house a wreck too. So you can be as miserable as they are. And they don't know how to fix their own situations. Because if many of us paid attention only to our own fucking problems, trust me, you wouldn't have time to be in somebody else's business. You really don't. You understand? I mean, when it comes down to people cheating, I always tell folks, look, I have enough problems worrying about my own cookie here and bakery that I don't need no problems worrying about all these other women over here. So if that's what you want to do, take your ass the fuck on. Because I ain't got time to worry about 10 different cookies that you hitting, okay? That you over here visiting fucking bakeries at. If that's what you want to do, goodbye. Good fucking bye. Good riddance. Okay? I have enough problems worrying about my own motherfucking body. I don't need to worry about 3 or 4 other bitches' bodies too. Okay? Let that be something wrong with you so you can worry about what's going on with your hoo-hoo. I don't have time for that. But there are people that literally don't understand that these are shadows, these are problems, these lying, stealing, just doing things just to be doing them. You understand what I'm saying? Causing all kind of havoc. I don't know. There's some people that you try to trust them and tell them things, and they don't know how to keep their mouth closed. They don't know how not to just listen and then forget after a person tells you something. You understand what I'm saying? Learn how to be an etch sketch. Yeah, that was here, and then all of a sudden it's gone. What did she say to you? I don't even remember. It was so much that was said, But she said it to me, not to you. So don't ask me no shit like that. See, I'm direct. I don't like nosy motherfuckers. You understand? But this also helps you when you get your shadow together. It helps you get so close to the Father because He likes people who want to elevate themselves so they can get back into His kingdom. Because that's the only way you're going to get into Eden, sweetheart. You're going to have to get your shadows in order. You can't get back to the Father until you get your shadow together. You're going to have to retire your Sammy hat, okay? And your pimp, your fucking pimp cane, and your damn cape, and all of that, and your furs, all of that shit going to have to be retired in order for you to get back to the Most High. I'm sorry to tell you this, but your shadow is a huge part of you. This is a big test. And if you honestly don't think that, it's easy, this shit is easy, it's not. This is not easy. It's not easy dealing with you. It's not easy dealing with the shit that's truly fucked up about you. The shit that everybody say, I love her, but I just don't fuck with that shit about her. You can't tell this bitch nothing. Okay? Or when you do try to speak to her, she loses her fucking mind as if she's perfection walking. Okay? She want to tell you about every fucking thing that's wrong with you, but as soon as you say something wrong with her, they lose it. You understand? This is not a game messing around with the Most High. You have to understand, He gonna smack you constantly. When you read these books, you need to understand you're gonna get corrected constantly. You're gonna see it all the time. Yes, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I just got the book of remembrance for Moses or whatever. On the third page of one of the first on the first introductory chapters, I found a bone. And the Most High said, that's a bone right there. There's like any deviation and you necromancy and all this other stuff, talking to the dead, anything doing with, looking at the stars, all that's supposed to be the devil and Azazel or whatever. And I sit up there, I said, now see, look at this shit. This is a professional victims unit can't, because they don't know how to use it, they want to tell you don't use it. I said, here's a bone right there. And most people who would read that would sit up there and say, see, I got to leave these other people that I'm looking at alone because this is what this is saying. This is the reason why every book that you read, you have to have discernment in reading it. I found many bones. I found bones in the Nag Hammadi. I found bones inside the Aquarian gospel of Jesus Christ. I found all kind of bones. I found bones inside of the Third Testament. I found bones in all different ones of them, but they still contain gems if you understand how to read. Do you understand what I'm saying? And what I've noticed about this book is this. They tell you in the first little, prefix and the introduction is that they're not giving you any new information. What they're giving you is old information rehashed with a spin on it that maybe the Most High is trying to, you know what I'm saying? That the Most High is more than likely trying to give you a couple of more lessons with inside of it. But honestly, honestly, as far as I'm concerned, I think it is only going to contain, this book that we just got is only going to contain a few things that you might need to know. And you might have to go back and reference other books like I had to. It was a couple of things that they wrote that I went back into Isaiah and I read all the way through Isaiah to see what was going on with it. So you have to be careful with those things. But the one thing that I did see is that the work that I'm doing right now that I was called to do, just like Big Judah's called to call out the church and connect history and the things that the church did with actual real history. My job that I was called to do was to deal with your dirty, overpowering closets of bullshit when it comes down to your shadows. Because that's something real. That's something real we all have to deal with. We have to. And now I see why I am a weirdo, why I am not the average motherfucker that you would see inside of a church or anything, and why that never appealed to me at any point in time, and why people and how they feel and why they do the things that they do. Why I understand it. I get it. I understand it. He gave me the ability to see, and also the ability to see into a person, to let them see where they may not have been able to see, or consider certain other situations and look at a situation from a different part of the room than looking at it the way you've been looking at it for years and feeling sorry for yourself or feel like there was something wrong with you. Look at it from this way and this point of view, that there's nothing wrong with you. You just didn't understand what was wrong. You understand that there's an issue, but it might not necessarily have been in the way in which you're looking at it. And it's okay to look at things from another point of view and look at things like, wow, honestly, have you ever seen this? If you go the same way to work every consecutive day for years, and then somebody comes into your life and they take you a whole nother way, you find shit in your neighborhood you didn't even know was there. Like, damn, I didn't even know that house was there. Look at that house. Because you always do the same damn path to work. You don't deviate from it. And there's more things around your neighborhood than you realize. And you miss a lot of shit by always looking at something with just the blinders on. If all I did was look at the world like this, I would miss a lot of shit. All I would be able to see was what's in front of me. I wouldn't be able to see all of this room for me to be able to move and things like that. That's what's wrong with a lot of us. That's why the Most High said, I give you as far as you can see. But if you can't see no further than this, that's all the fuck you're going to get. I can't make you see shit else. You understand? This is what he's telling you is this walk is not a walk where you're made to do anything. You choose this. The walk does not choose you. You choose it. It gets presented to you and you say, that works for me and I'm going to do this. It does not just, you understand? He may choose you to do some work in it, but the walk chooses, you choose the walk. You choose him. He's never going to be one that's going to push himself on you. Never. Church came to these lands. These Catholics came to this land and pushed their religion on the people and the natives that were here. That lets you know it was never the Most High to begin with. He does not push himself on anybody. You take him or you don't. You choose to walk or you choose not to. And it's cool. When he ain't mad at you if you don't choose him. It's your choice. This is a place of free will. Anybody pushing something on you, got to do this. You gotta wear this. You gotta think like this. You gotta move like this. I ain't gotta do shit because the Father told me I don't have to do anything. I have a choice. I can choose. I'm free to choose. And if anybody's pushing that you got to do this, see, this is what the problem that I have with a lot of the different camps is. So what, you don't eat pork? So what, you do the Sabbath? You don't do anything. You don't spend any money. Are you working on this? So what, you wear fringes? That's all outside, as far as I'm concerned, window dressing. It's beautiful. Looks great. What's on the inside though? I read. Do you? I follow the 10 Commandments. Do you now? In order for you to follow the 10 Commandments, you are not going to holler at your brothers and sisters about them doing things a little differently than you. Either they choose or they don't. The Most High did not stand there and scream and holler at people when he taught. I never took in any of the little Bible that they did leave of what the Most High of Mozart having to teach people. Never in his sermons did I see him, and he screamed and hollered and brought down thunder on the people who watched and listened to him pray and cursed them and said, "Oh, you motherfuckers going to hell." I never seen that. I never saw that in a Bible that he came out there going berserk and cussing folks out. I'm just saying. The only time he flipped out is people was up in the church doing some shit they wasn't supposed to. Okay, that's the only time he went whooping motherfuckers' ass. You in his father's house selling selling stuff, drugs, people, anything. He like, no, that's not what this place was for. That was the only time he went on. But during the time when he was on mountains and people listening to him do his sermons, the man was not screaming and hollering at people. Okay? He wasn't throwing holy water on them and everything, telling them they all was going to hell. I never read that in not Matthew, John, or Luke. Never saw it. I'm just saying. All the things that I've seen in church, I never read that. I never read that. That's why I didn't understand what was happening inside the church. Everybody has free will to choose how they're going to move out here. The whole point is that the Father wants his children to get their shadows in order so they can find their way back to Eden, back to him, and understand what the law means. The law means literally being good to one another. He don't give a shit how well you lived. He don't care that you had a big house. He don't care you had a nice house. He don't care you had great sex majority of the time that you in your youth with a nice, beautiful woman. He does not care how much money you have in the fucking bank. He cares on how you treated his children while you were here on this plane. Period. That's it. That's all. End of test. And when you say that to people, people start feeling a certain type of way because I gave tithes. I have paid for my seat in heaven. Really now? Who told you that shit? Who's selling seats in heaven, first of all? Oh, I forgot. That was the Catholic Church. But they was talking about a whole nother heaven than what was really being put out there. Okay, the Most High wants you to be good to your wives and your happening right back to your dumb ass. Okay, if you don't want to sit up here and put the street in your motherfucking house, don't bring the street into your house from the get-go. Don't sit over here, oh, I got a wife, but I want to have my side piece over here and then get mad when she go get her side piece. You the one started the shit. You brought the street out to your house. Now you got a problem. Big problem. Because now you both fucking up. You caused that woman to sin, and you think the Most High ain't going to talk to you about that. He ain't going to holler at you, bro. Let me holler at you, son. Come on here. And hollering at you mean you might lose your wife for a while or a few months or a couple of years till y'all can maybe come back together and fix things. You know what I'm saying? Because you was stupid. You out here playing games and playing, dice with your penis and everything. Same thing with women. You have to understand all of this is one big gigantic test. And when he comes to reprove means he might have to call you to the carpet. Come here, let me holler at you. You fucking up. And when he does that, guess what is he saying? He's saying he loves you enough to tell you where you're going wrong. Do you understand when the Most High don't tell motherfuckers where they're going wrong, he don't give a fuck about you? Continue. That's how you understand about the Gentiles. Continue. Because I'm going to destroy you motherfuckers. Continue. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep denying my kids. Keep killing them in the street. And watch the smackdown I'm going to bring. Then you're going to be hollering, where's God? I'm upset and trying to curse him because of the results that are coming down on you. When the Most High pulls your card and says, or sits you down, puts you in jail, turns around and takes your wife away and fucks up your whole situation to bring it to your attention that you done fucked up, you better sit up there and praise him. Thank you. Because that means he gives a shit about you. Because if he don't do nothing to you, unless you continue with your little situation till it ends the way it's going to end, he ain't give a fuck about you. You don't. You're not one of his kids. You definitely on Sammy's list. When the Most High chastens the ones he cares about, I used to ask myself, why is it every time I do something fucked up, I get fucked up right the next day? The exact next day. He come to see me. Everything finna go all apart. Everything. You're gonna lose your job tomorrow. Your car gonna get in an accident. All kind of crazy shit. As soon as you do something fucked up, everything goes bad. It's because he's like, you don't do that. They can do that, but you don't do that because you belong to me and you don't behave this way. So come on over here, get this ass whooping, period. Just the way you do with your kids. You got certain people's children that you know their parents don't whoop their ass, and that what happens to them and how they turn out fucked up, right? But you know you got your kids, and when they fuck up, you fuck them up where they fucked up at. Period. And them kids got better, they well behaved, everything. They grew up like they got some damn sense. All of that is because of the fact that you reproved them. You constantly stayed on them because you did not want them to grow up to be idiots. Period. So, I ain't trying to stay on here that long, but I did want you all to understand, like I said, shadow is a real thing, you guys. It is something that you need to not be afraid of, because when you leave this place, your shadow will be there. And it will be the thing that convicts you. See, that's the thing that's recording all the bad shit that you do. That's the reason why when Most High wants to tap in to you, he ain't got to say nothing. All he got to do is tap into your spirit and he see everything about you. Your spirit is going to tell the truth. I told you, you can't leave here with nothing else other than the memories that you have made on this planet. You can't leave here with the clothes. You can't leave here with the cars. The only thing you leave here with is the memories that you have made on this planet. And that is what tells on you. That's what the Most High is able to see everything about you. That's how he knows everything about you. You tell on yourself. Your soul does. It's just that simple. So while you're here, it might be smart of you to start working on the fucked up shit about you. Ain't nobody saying that you gonna get this shit overnight and that all of a sudden I'm just gonna stop with all my vices and everything is gonna be good. No, that's constant work, you guys. Work. It takes work to do what I'm talking about. It takes you being humble enough to say, you know what, maybe I do handle my problems a little fucked up. Maybe I do handle my friends fucked up. Maybe I do handle my family fucked up. Maybe I do handle my sisters and brothers real fucked up, that I got some jealousy issues I need to get under control because my life is not the way I want it to be. So I treat these people a certain type of way because I'm slightly jealous, and I need to ask myself, why am I jealous? Why am I starting shit with people who ain't done shit to me? Why am I looking over my brother's fence at his life and feeling like he's got a better life than me. So when I do see him, I act like a fucking asshole every time I see him. You understand? You got to ask yourself, why are you doing the things that you're doing? These things are keeping you from your father. These things are keeping you from being blessed. Because once you start working on your shadow and start getting yourself together, guess what? The Most High opens up the doors for blessings to flow to you that you never thought could possibly come, because you walking in his law. You're not doing the shit that you used to do. You're not causing problems in your neighbors worlds by the shit that you're doing. You're not in there doing any kind of gossiping. You're not in there causing any kind of situations or frictions in their homes by the things that you dropping off or saying out of your mouth in people's homes. You're not over there looking over their fences. Yeah, I want what they've got and coveting after the things that they have. You're not over there looking at his husband, her husband, or his wife sitting up here, man, if I had a wife like that, man, I'd be better. No, you're not supposed to be doing that kind of shit. So when you start working on those things that are wrong with you, the Most High can start blessing you, because you're lining yourself up with exactly who he wants you to be. Do you understand? This is not hard. What I'm telling you is how we make this world a better place. It's not going to happen. Oh, Jesus is here and now he's going to make everybody right. No, you're going to have to work at that shit. You're going to have to actually work at getting you right, and then helping you. And by getting you right, you handle your neighbor better, and your neighbor may look at you and say, I want to get right. And then you may have children that you can put in them how to be right. So this goes to another generation on how to treat people. See, the way things are right now, people on this earth ignorant and rude as fuck. They don't give a fuck about nobody. So this has got to start somewhere. And strangely enough, you're the generation that is starting with. It's starting with you. And many of you are reluctant to even hear what the fuck I'm saying right now, because you cool with being that bitch to start shitting your family. You cool with sitting up here just being just a negative motherfucking Nancy. You cool with all of that. You cool with starting drama up and down your motherfucking neighborhood. You cool with carrying bones. That's the thing about shadow. That's something else. And many people are cool with their shadow. They don't want to look at the darkness and inside themselves, because if they do, it's going to bring out so many secrets and so many fucking skeletons that's falling out the closet. They could literally start a business of graveyards with just their shit that's in their closet. You understand? So when it comes down to certain things, and I've seen some of you all's comments and things like that about people who do magic and witches and all this other stuff. Let me tell you something. When it comes down to stuff like that, I am a person, when it comes down to magic and things like that, I have learned very hard lessons when it comes down to that kind of shit. Magic can be used for good and bad things. You have to be willing to deal with the repercussions of both. You out here doing fucked up shit to somebody and sending bad things to other people, you're going to get it right back threefold. So ain't no point even getting in that fucking that sandbox, because you're a punk. Because when it comes back to you, you ain't going to be able to handle it. You're going to be a punk all over. You understand? And many of you all pay too much attention to what other people are doing, and you are what do you call it? You're misidentifying people as witches and shit like that, because there's something about them that you like. I had one person that set up there and said, oh, this witch did this and this witch did that. And it was because she did not want to intermingle, you know what I'm saying, with him or whatever. And he considered her a witch. Could it be that you was over there being a hoe? And she was like, no, I'm not on that. But then she got labeled as a witch. Sometimes some of us get into this situation, these are spiritual, and we get so spiritual that we start to see people not as people, but as, phantoms and ghosts and goblins, instead of just thirsty motherfuckers with some issues or problems, as they are. I'm just gonna be honest with you. A lot of people are fascinated with magic and things that are not of this world. They are wonderful things to be fascinated by, but there are also things that you have to learn how to be skilled in, and you just can't just jump into that shit. Yes, there are some evil people out here that know how to do a few things, and then there's some people out here that's just fucked up. Okay, they just fucked up individuals, and maybe you need to stay outside those people's vicinity. Maybe you need to get some new friends. Just that simple. Some motherfuckers are just plain raggedy motherfuckers you don't need to be around. There's no woo-woo in it at all. Okay? Please learn how to tell the difference. For me, please learn. Because you get to be too fucking woo-woo and you start losing your mind. Everything's a witch. Everything's a ghost. I was a spirit over there. It was a spirit over here. Watch that shit. Watch that shit. Some things are just as they are. When you dealing with real spirits, trust me, your motherfucking hair stands up on the back of your motherfucking neck. When you dealing with raggedy motherfucking black people, oh honey, that's just regular life right there. Know the difference. All right. Anyway, you guys, you all take care, and I will see you all next week. And like I said, don't get too caught up. Next week is gonna be an interesting week in itself. We're gonna see how all of this ends up. It's not gonna end up well. We already know that. Us living over here, but I would say that's not your business. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's nice to watch from the sidelines or whatever. But the business that I'm talking about is the business we was talking about today. That's the business you need to be minding. That's the shit you need to be working on, because that takes a while to really sit down and be true to yourself. A lot of us lie to ourselves, and we've been lying to ourselves for quite some time. And it's going to take a minute for you to sit your ass down and have a real conversation with yourself and stop lying to yourself, baby, because that's unhealthy, and it's going to keep you far away from the Most High. And on that note, I will see you all next week, darling. Bye.